Welcome back to a new episode of the Peak Signing Agents podcast, where myself, DVO, Derek Van Otten, will help you become the best notary and signing agent you can be. Welcome back. All right, I want to talk about introducing yourself to signing services. I know I've touched a little bit about it on previous episodes, but I thought let's go hard in the paint on this episode. Let's get into a lot of details because I get contacted daily from signing agents all over the country wanting to sign up with my signing service, want me to mark them preferred. And I can tell from the verbiage and language that they're probably listening to the podcast or watching the YouTube videos. And I can just tell the verbiage that they're using. I'm like, okay, they're watching or listening. And if you are getting value from this, if you are enjoying the podcast and the YouTube channel, please, if you could, hit subscribe, hit follow, give it a rating as well. Share it with business owners and signing agents and notaries you think might benefit from it. I'd really appreciate that. That helps the podcast. It helps the algorithms get it out there for everyone else. And that's how you can show your appreciation to me, bringing you these episodes week after week. And in fact, I cannot believe I'm getting close to 100 episodes. This is blowing my mind how fast it's gone and how many episodes we're producing. And this is the most consistent and has the most episodes for notaries and signing agents than any other podcast that I know of. So if you, again, could share, I greatly appreciate it. In fact, I'm thinking about maybe changing the logo up a little bit too. Getting to 100 episodes is great, but I think maybe I want a different look for the what's it called, art cover of the podcast and YouTube channel. So if you know anyone that's a great graphic artist or can make really good art or cover art, message me, let me know, or put in the comments. I would like to talk to them, maybe make something different. Or if you just love the logo, let me know too. It doesn't matter to me, but I do kind of want to change it up. Anyway, I talked about introducing yourself to signing service because I get contacted daily, phone calls, emails, every day from notaries. So hopefully you are a student of the loan signing system and got the list of the 300 signing services that they provide, and you can go and sign up and contact all of those companies. That is a list there. But, if you're not, there's always ways to find the list, or Google search will probably find some signing services. In fact, real quick tip I wanted to share is I saw on a Facebook group, it was from a certain state, and they said, I've contacted all the signing services in my area. There's only a few, and I didn't really want to pop by because I don't know if that was their home address, but are there any other signing services that anyone in the area knows of that maybe I can contact? And I actually commented and said this. I said, well, you don't want to just contact the signing services in your area, because a lot of times you're going to be contacted by other signing services outside of your area looking for notaries, looking for signing agents like you in the area. So you want to cover as many signing services as you can. It's like you're casting a wide net, right? Think about fishing and you're tossing the net, right? If you have a small net that you're casting out there, you're going to catch a few fish. If you're throwing out a huge net, you're going to be catching a lot more fish. That's what you were trying to catch. You're trying to catch and reel in orders and signings and closings so you can go out there and do those. So you want to contact as many as you can. But I want to give you tips on how to do that. Again, I know I've talked a little bit about it. I've touched on other episodes, but I thought let's go hard in the paint on this one and go into more details about contacting, introducing yourself, and what to say, what to do, how to follow up, things like that. So that's what I want to talk about on this episode. I hope you find it's going to be valuable. So get a list of the signing services and reach out. I recommend doing a couple things. I personally like to do a little bit of recon, like just doing a little bit of investigating about them. Do they have a website? Do they have a Google page? Just kind of look. I just kind of look at it for a little bit first. Just kind of get an idea of how the company operates. Is it a one-person show? Do they have multiple people? Are they national? Are they a little bit on the local side? Because there are some signing services that probably just run more on the local side, but most of them will be national, by the way. So I just do a little bit of recon work, look at them, look at their profiles, do they have social media pages? What kind of things are they posting? Are they active there? Because you might just find yourself wasting time with a company that's maybe doesn't do a lot of business at all. But yeah, hey, I'm always like, I'll take 1 order versus 0 orders any day. So yeah, contact as many as you can. But this is how I would contact them. I would first send an email to introduce myself. That's what I would do first. An email to introduce myself. And in the email, preferably if you've got a headshot, I think that helps. Because most people are visual. So they're going to see your email and it will have your picture there. And when they go to the the platform that the signing service uses, excuse me, when they go to the platform that they use, hopefully you have a profile picture there and they're going to see it and they're going to say, oh, this is the person. This is the person I want to hire or work with. And you want to have a professional picture. Now, I'm not saying spend money and hire a professional photographer to do headshots. You can. I'm not saying to do that, but you're more than welcome to do that. But you don't have to do that, I'm also saying. If you're not going to hire a professional, then I do recommend you take a good quality picture. And it doesn't have to be, I don't know, like a simple background is fine. You want to have a tree behind you, an American flag, just a plain wall, like a solid color wall, or maybe a nice pattern wall. But if you're going to have a pattern wall behind you, do not wear a pattern on, like, don't be wearing clothes with patterns because it'll just look odd. I'm helping you guys out, all right? So it looks good. And then if you use a smartphone, if you're using a smartphone to take a picture, these smartphones have amazing cameras in them, and you just put it in portrait mode. Put the camera in portrait mode and take a picture. It will look just fine. It does not have to be professional headshots. You can, but it doesn't have to be, is what I'm saying. And you want to have a good background. You don't want to, the pictures I see, if you guys can only see the pictures I see, it's a little funny, to be honest. I'm like, why would you be wearing this in your profile picture? Why? All right, here's one I just saw yesterday. It's a selfie of the person on an airplane, and they're wearing those neck pillows for the airplanes. You know what I'm talking about? So like your head doesn't fall over onto your neighbor's shoulder. You know, it helps keep your head up while you're sleeping on a plane. That was his profile picture, a selfie on an airplane with the neck pillow on, like around his neck. And he's got earbuds going into his ears. That was his profile picture. Now, am I going to not hire this person because that's his profile picture? No, he was actually wearing, I think he was wearing a button-up shirt in the picture. But I'm like, bro, you're wearing a neck pillow with earbuds in your ear on an airplane. I wouldn't do it, is all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That was one I saw yesterday. I see some funny pictures. Like I've mentioned before, I've seen people take pictures of their driver's licenses and post that as their profile picture. Hey, maybe you love your headshot on your driver's license. I don't know. That's fine. That's fine. I just wouldn't post. I would maybe just crop it so you only see your face and not the borders of your driver's license. That's just me, though. That's just me. Anyway, you can ask anybody to take a picture. You can even ask a random stranger to do it. I'm sure they don't mind. A random nice stranger will take a picture for you. I would do it for you if you asked. But anyway, when you send your email out, I don't know if I've said this before. No, I've touched on these certain things on other episodes. But we're talking directly about signing up and introducing yourself with signing services. Okay. The email I would send would be very short and simple. I've seen some resumes come in, and I am not reading your resume. I'm reading like a paragraph. Like that's what I've got time to read. I've got time to read a paragraph, and that's about it. I even had to tell somebody, I'm like, I'm sorry, your email looks fantastic, but to be honest with you, I don't have time to read the whole thing. If you're interested in signing up with me, here's my notary package. Fill it out and email it back. And they responded, oh, I'm so sorry. Do you have any tips for me to not have such a long email? And I said, yeah, actually go to my podcast, and I have lots of tips there for you. And she subscribed to my podcast. So keep it short and sweet and simple and to the point. Hi, my name is Derek. I'm a notary in the Salt Lake area of Utah. I'll be happy to serve you and your clients. Feel free to reach out anytime. And then some quick highlights. Are you bilingual? Are you available after hours, weekends, holidays? Do you have a mobile office? These are just things I would mention. Just a couple little highlights about yourself. And the things I mentioned are probably the most important. Are you full-time? Have you taken any training courses? Like, these are things I would say in the email to help me stand out. Just a couple things, just a couple highlights. Hi, my name is Derek. I'm a notary in the Salt Lake area. I'll be happy to serve you and your clients. Just so you know, I'm full-time, so I'm available anytime you or your clients need me. I have a mobile office. If you need me to print documents or scan last minute, it's not a problem. Something simple like that. Again, are you bilingual? Whatever. What else? What can help you stand out? Have you taken any training courses? If you know that the signing service owner has taken the course, like the loan signing system or any other course, complete notary mentorship, any other courses like that, you can, and if you've taken it too, maybe comment on that. That might help as well. But it just shows other level. But even not, if you just want to say, hey, I've taken the NNA and the LSS signing agent courses. I'm very proficient. I've done thousands of signings. I've said this before. I wouldn't maybe say if you're brand new. I would say I'm a newer signing agent. I just had a newer signing agent call me and they asked me, and they said, would you hire me even though I haven't done any? And I said, what area are you in? And I looked and I said, to be honest with you, there's a lot of notaries in your area. I would not hire you. I wouldn't hire you. And it's not that you're bad or because I don't know. It's just I want someone with experience to go in with my clients. But the thing is also I'm going to be paying well. I'm not paying you $65 to do a refinance of 150 pages. I'm not paying you $65. There are companies that will pay that low of $65, but they don't care if there are some errors to deal. They'll deal with someone that's not as good and that will take an hour and a half at the signing. I want to hire an experienced notary that I'll pay better, and I know it's going to take 30 minutes, and they're going to do a good job. That's me. But again, there are signing services out there that will hire you. And so don't be discouraged, even though I'm telling you that that's me. I'm not saying every signing service is like that. There are plenty that will hire you. Don't be afraid to reach out. I just wouldn't say I'm brand new. I wouldn't just divulge information that might hurt me getting hired. But I'm not going to lie if they ask me. They said, have you done many signings? I'll say, I haven't done many, but I've taken, of course, I would maybe say something like that. But if they said approximately how many have you done, I'd say less than 10, because right, 0 is less than 10. Again, I'm not just divulging information, but if they said exactly how many you've done, I wouldn't lie either. I'd say I haven't done any, but I feel very confident. I've taken the training course. I've done mock signings. I feel very confident I will take care of you and your clients, no problem. And I would say that confidently. Again, that's what I would say. But anyway, going back, I would send an email. Short, sweet, to the point. Send the email introducing myself, and preferably with my logo, and hopefully a professional email. Again, you don't have to pay for a domain, but you can set up a free email. Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, iCloud. They all have free email free email handles you can use. At iCloud, at Gmail, at Yahoo. Hell, AOL still is out there if you want to get a free AOL. Make it old school. They still got one. But you can get a free one, and you can just have an email address that's purely dedicated for notary work. Derek the Notary at gmail.com. Derek your notary guy. Something like that. Like something simple. Like my brother who's been on the podcast a couple times, right? His email is littlevalleysignings@gmail.com. It's his notary name, at a free handle. Why not? If you can get a free one, why not? But I would. My recommendation to you, they're free. And it's nice to have it separated. This is your personal email for your personal, your utility bills and your purchases and whatever. You're communicating with family. That's your personal email. Then have a professional email address. That's just my opinion. I would, if I'm introducing myself, I'm trying to look as professional as possible. That's my tip for you. Be as professional as possible. Get a professional email address. Have a nice photo, a professional looking photo. It doesn't have to be professionally done and paid for, but a professional looking photo. That's what I would do. Send a nice email. Short, sweet, simple, to the point. Couple highlights about yourself. Helps you stand out. Then I would do a follow-up phone call. Within 24 hours, preferably the same day, but within 24 hours, I would make a phone call and introduce myself. Hi, my name is Derek. I just sent you an email yesterday to sign up with your signing service. I just want to know if you received it and if there's anything I can do to help you and your clients. Now, here's one thing that I get notaries asking me all the time for. They're like, please mark me preferred. I've talked about this. I've talked about being marked preferred. Listen, I would not ask to be marked preferred if you haven't even done a signing for them yet. I wouldn't do that. That is not what I would do. I would ask to be marked preferred if I have done a signing for them. Because I'm not going to just mark someone preferred when I don't even know what kind of work they do. I don't know how good their work is, right? I need to see it firsthand. So I wouldn't ask to be marked preferred in the email, when the introductory email. I would just be asked, if I can be of service to you and your clients, please feel free to reach out. That's how I would end it. And then I would call, like I said, within 24 hours and then say, hi, my name is Derek. I just sent you an email yesterday introducing myself. I am a notary in the Salt Lake area of Utah. How can I be of service to you and your clients? I'll be more than happy to be of service to you and your clients. Is there anything else I need to do or provide or give to you? That's how I would ask. But what a lot of notaries do when they call me is they say, hi, my name is John Doe and I'm in the Phoenix, Arizona area. Do you ever do signings here? Short answer is yes. I do signings anywhere my clients want. But what I'm saying is don't ask that question. I even told a recent signing agent this. I'm like, I just told her straight up. I'm like, don't ask that. Well, this is what I first said. I said, are you calling a lot of signing services right now? And she was like, yeah, I am. I said, that's great. No, I'm like, good for you. That's fantastic. But don't ask that question. I get it. It's just kind of a question we just feel like, hey, do you do signings in my area? I get it, right? We don't know what to say maybe. I get that. That's why I'm helping on this episode. But I wouldn't ask, do you do signings in this area? The answer is yes. If someone's running a signing service, they do signings in every area because it's just where are the clients. I don't know when I'm going to have a client in the area. And I mentioned Phoenix because it's right next door to me. We have a lot of people. We do a lot of signings in that area. I've hired a ton of notaries in this area. And so I get that question a lot. It just so happens maybe in that area, yes, I do. But reality is I will do it anywhere. So don't ask the signing service if they do signings in your area. They don't even know. If they're not from your area, they don't even know that area. I have so many clients that will, unless it's like a big name, right? Dallas, Orlando. Unless it's like a big name that everyone knows, I don't know what you're talking about. If it's not from my state. If you tell me you're from Gary, Indiana, I don't know where Gary, Indiana is. Okay, I don't know what part. I know where Indiana is. I don't know where that city is. All right, you're asking me to also now be a geography wizard, and I'm not. So I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't ask that. I should say I wouldn't ask, do you do signings in my area? Hey, if they're a signing service owner and they're national, yes. The answer is yes, they do signings in the area if their client is there. So let me give you a little bit of the background on this, okay? Again, there's places I have never even heard of in my state. And I'll have one of my clients say, hey, I need a notary in this place. Orange, Utah. I did not know there was a place called Orange, Utah. And guess what? They don't have oranges there. And I don't know if there's any, I've never been there. It's way out of the way. I don't know if they paint all the buildings orange. I don't know why it's called that. Never heard of it before. Had to go find a notary in that area. But the thing is, right, because even in my own state, I don't know every place. So when someone says, hey, do you do signings here? I don't know. But if I have a client there, yes, I will. So basically, we have a clear to close, right? Someone's buying, selling, they're on vacation, or they move somewhere else, or they're moving from somewhere to another location, whatever, they're relocating, whatever is happening, they're buying, selling, refinancing. That's our job, is to find the notary wherever they are. So do we do signings there? Yep. So don't call me, ask me if I do signings in wherever you are. The answer is yes, if my client is there. If the signers are there. That's the question. The real question is someone in that area closing? Then yes, we're going to send a notary there. So I wouldn't ask, do you do signings here? I get it. You're just like, you don't know what to say. You're introducing yourself and you just are not sure what to say. So this is what I would say when I call. Hi, my name is Derek. I'm from the Salt Lake, Utah area. I sent you an email yesterday, or I sent you an email a couple hours ago introducing myself. First of all, I want to make sure you got that email. And then if there's anything else you need from me, do you need anything else from me? I just want you to know I will do an excellent job for you and your clients. Just introduce yourself. You don't need to ask some questions. Do you do signings here? How much do you pay? I wouldn't ask these type of questions. What are your hours? Just keep it short, simple, to the point. Hey, I sent you this introductory email. Did you get it? Is there anything else you need from me? How can I be of assistance to you and your clients? I wouldn't ask again, well, how do I get marked preferred? How do I become one of your preferred notaries? Well, to be one of my preferred notaries, I'll tell you right now, you need to do a few signings for me and execute them flawlessly. Then you'll be marked preferred. But if you're just introducing yourself, don't be asked to be marked preferred. I mean, maybe it's the verbiage, maybe it's the verbiage like, how can I would love to, the next time you have a signings there, I would love to be one of the first people you reach out to. Is there anything else I need to do to that? Anything I need to give you, provide for you? I would ask that. I would love to be the notary or the signing agent to handle your next closing in my area. Is there anything else you need from me? There we go. Man, that was good. I'm not going to lie. I'm glad I'm recording this. That was good. That's how I would ask the question, really. That's how I would ask the question. And there you have it. That's how I would do it. Follow up. And then is there more follow up? Right? So you send an email within 24 hours, same day, or maybe the next day you call and introduce yourself. Do you do more follow-up? Sure, you can send. I have notaries that send me like monthly emails and they just kind of tell me their availability. I wouldn't do that in follow-up emails because, again, this is the time, this is the location. I'm looking for notaries. I'm not really going to like look at your email from the month and just say, oh, how is their availability, this notary? Does this fall in the same time period? No, I'm just going to send a text out. Hey, are you available? You're just going to say yes or no. It's as simple as that. But I will tell you where I will remove someone. So again, let me go back a little bit. If I get an introductory email from a notary, I don't mark them preferred, but I do mark them. So when I'm looking in that area, they're at the top of the list. And I can reach out to them. But if I see a notary who has reached out to me and every time they're asking for higher fees. So let's just say, for example, I've got a refinance in their area and I'm sending everybody the order for $100 and they're saying, nope, $150. Like I'm getting $150. You're not getting the whole fee when I've got 50 other notaries in that area. I'm just hiring somebody else. But at some point when I notice this person, they're at the top because I mark them so that they show up at the top of my list when I'm looking for notaries in the area so I can see them. But when I notice it's the same notaries that they want way higher fees, I then remove them. Like, you're not going to get a high fee coming from a signing. You're not going to get the full fee coming from a signing service. I see so many notaries wanting the higher fee or wanting almost the whole fee, but they don't realize I'm not the title company. I'm the middleman. I'm a middleman, and I'm coordinating this all, and I have to pay my scheduler, I have to pay the platform, and I have to pay for my time and my scheduler's time to do this. You're not getting the whole fee. So if someone keeps saying this is a small seller packet, and you're in an area where there's 100 notaries and you want 150 for a 20-page seller packet every time, I'm just going to remove you from and I'm not going to see you at the top of my list anymore. So that's just me, though. I don't know if every signing service owner is like that, but that is what I do, just to point that out there. But anyway, I just wanted to share this because, again, I get contacted every day from signing agents all over the country, and I just wanted to make it simpler and easier for you. Role play how you do this. Role play it, though. Like, practice when you're driving. We should be driving a lot. Practice how you're going to introduce yourself. Practice it a few times while you're driving. Just mute your car stereo, pause the podcast, pause the music, and practice and role play it to yourself while you're driving. I talk to myself all the time. I practice marketing pitches to myself while I'm driving all the time. I'm trying to fine tune my marketing. Because you're marketing. That's what you're doing. You're marketing to signing service owners. I'm marketing to title companies and escrow companies. And I'm fine-tuning my sales pitch all the time. And I'm talking to myself all the time in the car. And I hope you do that too. That's a great tip as well. Like, practice, practice, practice. So when you get on the phone, you don't That's me. I'm a stutterer. When I get nervous, I stutter, and I know that. So that's why that's probably why I practice a lot, so I don't stutter. And it becomes like muscle memory in your brain, so that when you're on the phone, you do it. And in fact, I try to make things simpler. If I'm doing introductory emails, I would have like a note, some type of document that I can copy and paste, and just do blind carbon copies when I send the emails out, just to make it easier when I'm contacting so many. So basically I say, hi, my name is Derek. I'm a notary and signing agent in the Salt Lake, Utah area. I have a mobile office. I'm full-time. I've taken the NNA and LSS training courses. I'll do a fantastic job for your clients. Please let me know how I can be of assistance. And I would just I would have that somewhere so I can just copy and paste. So it just makes it so much easier. And I would send that to as many, and if I had a list of emails, I would copy and paste all those emails into the blind carbon copy. Make sure you do it into the blind carbon copy so you don't add everyone to this whole thread. I've been added to threads from signing agents too, where they emailed all these signing service owners at the same time, and now I'm in this thread. Luckily, and most signing service owners are just too busy to deal with that. So no one responded, or they responded only to the notary and they did not hit reply all, thank goodness. But I do not want to be in a group thread. So make sure you do a BCC, blind carbon copy, so we don't know who else you send it to. All right. There's another tip for you guys. I hope that helps. Get out there and do it, and do the follow-up call. And then for future follow-ups, I would just kind of do it sporadically, maybe once a month, once every 2 months, and just kind of see how you can be of service to them. Kind of helps you stay on top of mind a little bit. But anyway, I hope that helps. If it does, please share this with anybody else. Keep being awesome. Keep going out there. Here is a little bit of action I want you to do also. I want you to do this. I want you to introduce yourself this week to at least one. If you've never done one before, at least one, introduce yourself. Do what I said. Do a follow-up call. Let me know how it goes. How comfortable did you do? Were you miserable at it? Did you fail at it? Did you stutter? Did you trip over your words? Did you say the wrong thing? Did they say, well, good luck out there? And you said, you too, right? And you're like, oh, why did I say you too? It's like when you're at the movies, they say, enjoy the movie. You say you too, but right, they're just shoveling popcorn, and you're like, oh, why did I say you too? So did you mess up, or did it go well? Did you get a job right away? I have had notaries reach out to me like on the beginning of the month in an area I've never heard of. I mark them so that they're towards the top of the list. Within 2 or 3 weeks, I get a signing in that area. But the thing is, if they didn't even reach out to me, who knows who I would have hired. But because they reached out to me, I put them towards the top of the list. So in the air. It doesn't mean I'm going to hire them, but it means I'm going to send them the notification. Hey, do you want this job? It works. It definitely works. Hope that helps. Keep being awesome. Catch you on the next episode. Bye.